All
Yay!
right.
It's
Yay, good evening.
Wednesday. So Dena and I are here, and oh my God, every time I talk to Dena, I'm like, how did you make that happen? How'd you make that happen? You're like, I just made it happen. So she's just like this, like born with this innate ability to make stuff happen. So she put it together like step by step, and we collaborated with oils. So I'll take it away, Dena.
Awesome. Well, thank you. It's so wonderful to be aligned with you and on this call. And we really hope to help empower you to take away 3 amazing, effective, powerful tools to communicate better techniques that inspire purposeful action for you moving forward. Now, our goal is to help empower you to manifest your vision. Okay. Now, our usual questioning and thoughts and statements that kind of swirl around in this 6 inches of real estate up here are usually things like, I can't do this. What if it doesn't work? I'm not good at this. I'm so busy. Things are crazy right now. I just can't accept that. Sometimes it's, this is hurting me, or I'm overwhelmed. Why even bother? You just don't understand. Or I wish I could have more fun. Have you thought any of those things? Have you like got stuck on some of those loops? So we're going to change these things to better questions, better thoughts, and better statements for you to align with whatever it is that you so desire in your life. Okay. And so we're going to talk about 3 major manifestation power secrets, and we have a full integration guide with you. And I'm going to go ahead and share that in the chat for you because you're on the call today. So you're going to get that in PDF form. And so we want you to come explore these 3 important secrets. They're powerful, they're effective, they help you with communication, and they help inspire you towards purposeful action, which is great and what we all want, right? And so this is going to be a wonderful tool to help support your discovery and your integration and really solidify the process for you. But first, we're going to talk about how to pair this with some essential oils to help you manifest even more great. Okay.
Love it. So it's my turn, huh?
It is all you.
I love your graphics. This is part of like,
thanks.
I have an idea and let's just like put it out in the world in a Canva miracle. So the 3 common uses of essential oils is aromatically. That's where the little molecules are like going in your nose and then your brain's like, ooh, yummies, little gum, 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 gum. So it's crossing the blood-brain barrier. And then it's actually balancing those hormones. And then it's bringing in those things that your body needs topically. So that means you're going to be using it on your skin internally. So only the bottles of essential oil that have the food grade label in the US, it's going to have the food grade label. In Canada, it does not. But that's how we know we can eat it. I'm sure there's other countries. They have just, everybody's got all these different, versions of their FDA. So thank goodness ours has where we can put the food grade label. So for manifesting, let's see. So when you go to sit and you're being purposeful, you're going to get your oils around you and you've got your pad of paper. Okay. So Dena has shared the file in the chat. So go to the chat and download that because that's what you're going to be using on your own to fill out. You're going to want to keep that PDF and then print it out. I like it better if you print it versus like typing into the computer because you're going to get more of that brain connection for releasing. Even weirder if you write with your left hand. You write the question with your right hand and you answer with your left. Super weird, right? So people talk about a lot of stuff like that. But when you sit, you might already like have a block in your head, like those little statements, those little things like, I'm not good enough, or I'm not smart enough, or you know, the things that maybe they don't even come out as words, but it's just a sense of feeling. You're going to use those oils to like open up your bubble. So you have a kinesphere, an energetic bubble around you. So when we have, it's like your glass ceiling of possibility. So when you're like, I'm small and I can't do that, that means your kinesthetic bubble is small. We use our oils to make our bubble big. Isn't that amazing? So you can move to the next slide. An example of that bubble is if you are in a crowded place. I challenge you to try this. If you're in a crowded place and you look down and you make your steps small, I guarantee you everybody will get in your way. They won't feel you coming and they're just going to like be a crowd. But if you walk big, like tango walk, and then have your head up high, then people are going to go, who's that? Who's that? They're going to feel you coming and they're going to clear a path like you're the queen. It's your energetic bubble. That's what we're trying to affect. So using our clary sage. So this is for helping you to manifest. It's for helping with the mental chatter and bringing the calm down into your body and concentration. So I happen to have my clary sage right here. You can dilute it down. That's what I would recommend. You can put it in a 10 ml roller ball and put like 15, 20 drops or more. And then just fill up with fractionated coconut oil. Clary sage smells really good with a wood. So you could mix it with like cedar wood and clary sage, and that balances out a little bit of that sharpness. Oh yeah, baby. It's good. Clears it up. What do you feel in your body? Do you have your clary sage, Dena? What is the sense that you get right when you breathe it in?
I get like clean and calm.
Yeah. Like it says in the blurb you put in there, it's for clearing the chatter. I just got this sense of like, oh yeah, I'm right here, like concentrated. So that's a really positive tool.
Maybe being more present too.
Yeah.
Like in the moment.
So as you're sitting down, you're in intention, you're in the space that you're gonna like work on it. You're gonna be either meditating or praying or journaling. You take a drop of this oil, you're gonna rub it together. You're gonna activate those molecules, and then you're gonna breathe it in, and then you go to work. So that's how I would utilize those tools. And then we can go to the next slide.
I love how like clary sage helps you with like vivid dreaming as well. Because if you're someone who really struggles to dream in your life, this is a great oil for you. If you struggle to think of like, well, what is it that I really do want? This is one of the oils you're going to want to use. It's going to help unlock your mind and unlock that potential of creating the life that you want.
That's powerful, Dena.
It is awesome.
Bergamot. Ooh, where's my bergamot? I need it in my hand. I think I left it on the floor. I did leave it on the floor. Okay, so this helps with detoxification. So if you guys haven't ever put it in your tea, it's like delicious. It's like Earl Grey. So you can put a drop in, not like hot tea, but like, lukewarm, not lukewarm, like hotter than that, but that's really good for liver detoxification. And we know that people that's a storage locker of emotion in that liver. So definitely you can be using it over your liver. You can just take a drop topically and you can rub it on the right side, put a drop in that warm tea, do it like how we breathed it in. So let me grab my bergamot so I can get my, oh yeah, so good. So bergamot is to help you with self-esteem. So when you go to write, and like what Dena just said, where you're like, you don't know like how to get there, it's not necessarily the passion is there. It's going to help give you that sense of like, oh, I can do it. That self-esteem. It's going to put a little steam in you to get it down on paper and make it happen. How do you feel about bergamot?
Oh, bergamot's one of my favorites. I actually have it in the diffuser and with clary sage and the Spanish sage, and it's amazing.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
gonna write that down. So you put all three: clary sage, Spanish sage, and the
and
bergamot.
bergamot. Yeah,
That
and
sounds
it's funny.
amazing.
Like my dog just started like rolling on the floor in circles. I was like, "Ooh, she likes this blend." It's so funny.
I have a dog that humps all the other dogs, and people keep saying she needs clary sage. She needs something.
Funny.
I bet you my dog would love this recipe.
Probably would. It's awesome.
Okay, well, I mean, it's like they say they want her. I think they want her to stop doing it, but I'm like, but she likes it.
Yeah, she's having fun.
Sorry, I had to get one inappropriate joke in there. So lavender. Lavender is great for opening up communication. So a lot of times when we're feeling like we have the thing that we want to get out there in the world and we're not really sure how to put it in words, you can put it on over your throat and then breathe it in. And it's going to help open up that throat chakra to be able to like, okay, like this is what I'm trying to say. This is the like getting it out there. So you're promoting a sense of calm and balance. So like when you are stressed, you're not going to be able to be as creative as you want to be. Right. So it's going to help get that to that restful place so that you can like replenish and then come back with your creativity. When I'm like working too hard, sometimes I'm like, okay, what am I doing this for? And I have to stop for a couple of days, take some baths, use my lavender and my Epsom salt. And then all of a sudden, like that fresh flow of creativity comes. It's taking care of ourselves. That's what lavender teaches us. And it gives you clarity, enhances the ability to listen to intuition. Really great for communicating. So I love that you talked about using it for connecting to a higher power, like the universe or your creator. That's how I use my oils. So when I sit down, I'm like, okay, this is like my time with God. A lot of times I do it in the shower. So I'll actually drop a couple of drops in the corner of the shower just so that I can like, okay, like what is it that I should be doing? Like I'm asking God, like, what do you want to work through me? You know, I might have my own ideas, but I would rather, he knows what's better.
What direction, right?
Yeah.
Where am I going today?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Next one, frankincense. Yeah, baby. When I use, how like, have you heard of, NLP, like neuro linguistic programming? So you can program a scent with a sense of feeling. So I wanted to program frankincense for the word relief because I used to struggle with anxiety. So I would take a drop of frankincense and I connected it to the word relief. And I would rub it all over my face. And I would get that feeling of surrender. And that is so powerful when you're trying to get yourself to relax so that you can get that information out. So it was providing uplifting mood. I have a gal who just got into the oils, and one of the first oils she has was frankincense. And she keeps telling me, I don't know what it is. I'm just feeling so much better. I don't know what it is. But I'm like, you do know what it is. It's frankincense because that's what you've been using. She just can't believe it, how much better she feels. So it helps in letting go of limiting beliefs, provides with more awareness of your desire and your goal. So yeah, I mean, just like that bubble thing I was telling you about, this is the limiting belief. We got to be like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, not the weird Johnny Depp one, the other one, the older one, the one with Gene Wilder. So in the very end, Charlie and the grandpa, they're in the glass elevator and they got to go up, 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 and they got to break the ceiling. And then they're going all over London, and, you know, it's crazy. All the possibilities, right? Having your own chocolate factory. Frankincense helps you break through. So definitely I would be using it just in your hands, a couple of drops and breathing it in. You can put it under your tongue. You can put it in your diffuser. Any of those, like how Dena just mixed all three of those oils, like you could just like start playing with them. Like, oh, I really like bergamot and frankincense would go really well together. That Spanish sage and frankincense would go really good together. Okay, love supermint. We just are able to finally get it in January. We can get like supermint roller. We can get supermint 15 mil. We can get supermint beadlets. It's like, how many kinds of peppermint? Isn't it like, is it 6?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like every kind of peppermint on the planet. Maybe there's more. I'm exaggerating, but it's really yummy. Is my supermint right here? So we're helping with the mind shift perspective. I love that. I love that when somebody comes in and they have this point of view, and then all of a sudden at the end of the conversation, they change their mind. To me, that is like a miracle. If I can help myself change my mind and see something from a different angle, that's a miracle. And then it's helping with individuals with creative energy. So that's also what we're looking for, right? And break through those mental blocks. So the things that you think you're not capable of, but you really are. So that's what the supermint is for. And if you're tired, then just rub it all over and you won't be tired anymore. Spanish sage. I think I left that by my bed. I love that one. So there's when I was reading in the Essential Emotions about Spanish sage, if you have the newest edition, this is the 11th edition. Let me just read you. It's just like this super sweet. It's all about memory, but it's about like being okay with not being able to do the things you could do before. And what it reminded me of is there's this meme I saw, and it's of Jesus and then a little kid in front of him. And the little kid is holding really tight to a tiny teddy bear. And Jesus has this big teddy bear behind his back. And the meme is something like, you know, let go so that you can have what's really coming. You know, don't hold on to something that isn't working anymore. Got to let it go so that you can allow the bigger thing to come. That's what I think Spanish sage is helping you do. It's okay to mourn things that you put a lot of work into and it didn't work because it wasn't right for you. Same thing can be for friendships and relationships. You put a lot of work into something that didn't work. But you have to be willing to let it go, you know? So I think that that's a big part of life and change and being able to roll with it. So Spanish sage is amazing. I know a lot of us felt that way during COVID for our business. So now we have guaiac wood. So I feel like there's a camp of people that think it smells like sweet potato and a camp of people that think it smells like bacon. Which camp are you?
So we originally thought beef jerky. So I think there's a third camp.
Okay, there's a rogue. There's a rogue.
The road down the middle that leads to beef jerky, I guess, is a kind of bacon road.
Is there a fourth camp? Is there a fourth camp we don't know about? Does anyone else have a?
No. Anyone?
Barbecued potato chips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get that.
That's funny. That is so funny.
Maybe they're sweet potato barbecue.
Could
It
be.
does kind of smell sweet potato.
Do you smell it?
I do. I get sweet potato a little bit, but it definitely resembles beef jerky or bacon.
Yeah. So what's that gal, Desiree de la Luna, the one that wrote the acupuncture oil book, and she does a lot of that stuff with Eddie Villa. So she had an email that she sent out about guaiac wood. It's this huge manifester. So she's like, be really careful and be very intentional when you're using this. So I'm putting it in my diffuser and I'm like, use your thoughts very carefully, Kim. I'm putting it all over my chest. What do I want to bring into my life right now? So, and I would definitely use it when you're doing your meditation or prayer and you're really getting ready for the day. I find that it's very useful to start your day that way. If you can at least get 5 minutes just by yourself in the quiet, just talk to that higher power that you've got, ground in with your oils. It's going to make your day go a lot smoother. You're going to make better choices and you're going to be more compassionate to yourself and to others. So I think that's all the oils, right? And then
That is.
we want to just make sure you guys know you can do this with any oil that you're drawn to. This is just like a base to give you an idea like, oh yeah.
Yeah. And I love that the oils really help to accelerate what it is that we're going to be doing here coming up. So you've got your pen and paper out. And so this is my manifesting blend. This is my Manifest with Ease blend that I put in the diffuser. And I have one more for you. That's my money manifesting blend that works phenomenally. And I'll give that to you at the end. So 3 drops of Spanish sage, 3 drops of clary sage, and 5 drops of bergamot in the diffuser. And oh my goodness, it is awesome. And like Kim said, be very diligent about what you're thinking about because it will magnify and come to fruition. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and move forward with some really powerful techniques that you can incorporate to help you manifest what it is that you want to have for your life moving forward. So now, like today, we communicate several different ways. So we want to really partner with our cells and how our body is in order for us to have greater purpose, passion, poise, and power moving forward. And so, if you read the great book that we call the Bible, there is a being in there, the creator that creates within 7 days the entire universe. And he starts by saying, be light. Or I think it's translated as let there be light. And so because we are made in his likeness, we are going to utilize our ability to create as well. And in quantum physics, we are able to create, it says that we're able to create in his likeness as well. So sometimes we do get trapped and limited, or we forget that we have this creative power all within us. And so, we live in this universe that's got infinite possibilities to create. And the universe responds to our words, just like the Bible says, for as a man thinks, so is he. And it's like for as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And it's Proverbs 23:7. And then from the fruit of his mouth, a man's belly is filled. And with a harvest from his lips, he is satisfied. And so the life and death are in the power of the tongue. And those who love it will eat its fruit. So basically, whatever it is that we're creating with this, we will eat it and like it, is what it says. And so you have to be very careful about what you do create. So think about, what have you been creating? I mean, we've all been in a destructive loop, like we talked about, those statements or those thoughts in the beginning that I went over. We've all succumbed to some kind of programming in our past in some way, shape, or form. And sometimes we tend to delete, distort, and generalize our reality. I'm sure you've been in an argument with somebody, and then like when you're going to tell the story, it's like way blown out of proportion. It's exaggerated, and it's, a whole different, beast. And then like when you think back, like, did that really happen? Or did my brain just kind of insert, distort, and delete some of the things that actually really happened? So I want you to think about the quality of the life that you're currently living and what your mental and emotional state currently is. Think about how it is that you represent yourself, currently. Now, I want you to think about like the body language that you have as well. So like if somebody is depressed, you kind of see them, slouched down in the chair, maybe just very, lackadaisical, maybe not dressed to the T. Maybe their hair's a little disheveled. It's hard taking care of yourself when you don't feel good, right? And when you're depressed, anxious, or, having a lot on your mind, overwhelmed. But when you are confident, you sit up straight, your body is erect, you listen intently, you give eye contact. So think about the difference in somebody who's happy versus somebody who's struggling with depression. There's a different kind of body language that happens, okay? So the word you speak, create, and I want you to think about the three things. So as you communicate, you are literally speaking your intentions and you're vibrating into existence whatever it is that you're speaking. So you can activate, you can say this, out loud with intent, and you want to say whatever it is that you want to create with purpose, poise, and power. Okay. So I create as I speak. My words have that much power. When I speak, every cell in my body aligns with what I declare. So here you would use your essential oil of choice and you would speak that into existence. So what is it that you want to create for yourselves? Think about it for a moment. I usually say like every single cell in my body functions as God intended. And there's like one of my favorite verses is Psalms 139. Basically, every single cell in my body is functions as God intended. I was beautifully and wonderfully made, that kind of thing. And so it's one of my favorite things to say. And I feel like once I say it out loud, that's what my cells are doing. That's what I'm declaring for my cellular activity. And I've actually seen this work really, really well. When I was in nursing school, I had a co-nursing student with me, and his mom was diagnosed with cancer and they gave her 3 months to live. She had lung cancer. She was not a smoker. And they told her, you got about 3 months. It doesn't look good for you. And she meditated and would visualize her white blood cells eating up all of the cancer cells in her body. And that visualization, after 3 months, she had no cancer cells. They couldn't find it. You have that much power. What will you declare? And then you have an inspired question down here. Look back on your week, make some notes about what you created. What energetic states were you in? What did you say? How did you say it? How can you shift your vibration and communicate to fully support and empower you and everyone around you? Okay. Do you have you want to share something, Kim?
The things that you've said to me in the past, you'd say, think on it as a question, because your brain will want to answer the question.
Yep, we're going to get to that good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just
yeah.
thinking that.
Yeah, that's so powerful. Yeah. So you have 4 ingredients that actually call forth an empowered state of being. Okay. And those are the words that you choose, because those are matter. Literally, those are your creation. Okay. And then physiology, how your body communicates a message to your brain and to others. So like you're putting an energy out there, you're receiving an energy. It's all about the energy and then also the focus. Okay. Now, what you focus on expands. And my mentor that I've had for the last few years, she says that what you focus on flourishes. So think about that for a moment. If you're constantly focusing on what you don't want, guess what you get? You get more of what you don't want. Okay. But when you focus on the things that you do want, you get more of what you want. And so think about how you can shift from what you don't want to what you do want. What is the do? What does it look like? Okay. And shift that focus and watch what happens in your life. Watch how fast you manifest those things to fruition. And then there's belief. Number 4 is belief. So your beliefs shape your reality, and then that's what shapes what's possible for you. If you can change a belief, you can actually change what is possible. And then your words are your activation. Think about what you've been focusing on. Be cognizant of the wisdom of your body. Tune into the realization of what you've discovered. Think about it. And then here's an inspired question for you. How do you want to show up in the world? You want to set a clear intention, vividly envision it, and then speak that into existence. And then we're going to get to some empowering questions. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat what you just last said?
So you have an inspired question. How do you want to show up in the world? You want to set a clear intention. And this is where meditation is very, very helpful, because you can vividly envision what it is that you want to see come forth, right? But then in that meditation, as you see it, you're also speaking that into existence. What do you want to call forth to you? What do you see for your life? Where will you make your focus? Okay.
Thank you.
You are welcome, Shelley. And so then you have empowering questions. And empowering questions is when we ask ourselves, sometimes we end up asking ourselves the wrong questions, disempowering questions or poor questions. And then we end up in poor situations. And so when you think like, okay, why is it so hard for me to lose weight? What do you think that does?
It's going to make you feel like crap.
It makes you feel like it's hard to lose weight, or you actually manifest in your mind it's difficult to lose weight. Okay. Or how can I not be such a procrastinator? Anybody ever thought some of these? Why are the people on my team such low quality? So be careful, because you attract the answer within the question that you ask. Okay. But if we shift some of those questions, we can attract an entirely different thing. So tune in to how you're asking your questions. When you ask with a how, that's going to elicit a process for you. When you start a question with a what, that's going to give you the content and the focus. When you start with a why, this is going to evoke a sense of purpose or problem. So the whys you got to be very careful with, okay? And when you start with a who, this is where you give you support and resources. So you want to create your most powerful questions by beginning with how, what, or who at first, okay? Start with those. And you want to ask them in a way that creates energy and momentum. So here's some examples for you. How can I be more focused right now? So do you see the difference between, oh, why can't I just focus? And how can I be more focused right now? Can you feel the difference? How can I be even more aware of the unlimited opportunities surrounding me in my life right now? That one's golden. And you're going to activate this, what you're learning right now, by asking yourself some how, what, why, and who questions. Okay. So you can jot those down. I have some other ones. What am I most grateful for right now? Who do I know that can support me in this or with this? Like, let's say you have a snafu or an issue or a problem coming up or something that you need to overcome. Who do I know that can help support me in this? Instead of saying, well, I've got a mountain in front of me, you know, you're like, what are my resources? How can I tap into my resources? Who do I know that knows how to get rid of this? Those are the kinds of questions that you want to ask yourself so that you can then unlock the unlimited possibilities that your brain has ready for you. You just got to ask the right questions. How can I tune into what's most important to me right now so that I can be aligned in this moment? And maybe if you're struggling with a relationship issue with maybe a partner, how can I be more present to this person that I love so I can really have a deeper connection? Is that helpful?
Thank you. Dena, can I say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love doing the things with questions. I think it's like you said, it activates your brain more. And I remember one time when Natalie Goddard talked about turning around an affirmation and turning it into a question about, you know, why am I such an amazing diamond leader? And then your brain goes to find the answer.
Yeah. Yep. That's awesome. So we have this like audio tape that kind of plays in our mind. And when you write down those inquiring questions, make sure it's in a way that aligns and brings what you want more of. Okay. So maybe instead of the guy that was like, well, how can I be less of a procrastinator? That was his question. This actually kept him in the energy of procrastination, that kept that procrastination in his field. Now, how can I accomplish this with ease and grace and velocity? That should be more of what he should be asking. How can I get this done quickly right now and have fun doing it? Just shifting the question towards what you desire rather than what you don't want really starts to throw it out there in the universe and start attracting what it is. And that's what will come back to you. And then making sure that your questions are in the affirmative. Tune into how, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to tell you something cute.
Go for it.
So there's a woman and she's in New York City and she finds $1 on the ground and she says, how does it get even any better than that? And she goes on and she's about to get into a taxi and there's $100 bill on the seat. She says, how does it get any better than that? And she keeps going and she gets out of the cab to get to the hotel and on the ground, there's a diamond ring. And she says, it doesn't get any better than that. And it stops.
Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Because she asked, how is it going to get better? And that's what she attracted, the better. That's so cool. That's such a great example. So you create as you speak. Whenever you speak, whatever you say after the words I am, you will create and you will become. Each one of your oils has a vibrational frequency to it. They're all different, but they all have vibrational frequency. But your words actually have vibrational frequency to them as well. You can use your I am statements to create your new reality. So your inspired question, and you can do some journaling, is what do you most want to do, be, and create? So you can implement all of these amazing secrets and make this magnificent life for yourself. You can empower yourself, be inspirational, and have all the tools that you need to create an amazing existence moving forward. And some of the things that we can change our thought process around, instead of the I can't do this, what are all the ways I can do this? What if it doesn't work? There's always a way when I'm committed. Like when you're determined, nothing stops you, right? But if you're like, well, you know, if it doesn't work, then, I mean, it's like you paved the way for a way out, you know? From I'm not good at this to I have unique talents that no one else has. And I think the more and more work that I do, the more I find out that it is so freaking cool that there's only one me. You know, nobody else has been through what I've been through. You know, nobody else has been through what you've been through. You are unique and you're amazing. You have all these talents that nobody else has because nobody's walked the same walk that you have. From I'm so busy to I choose where I spend my time wisely. Things are crazy right now. Diamonds are made under pressure. I just can't accept that. I can appreciate that, even if I don't agree. This is hurting me to I'm stronger every day. I'm overwhelmed. Instead of I'm overwhelmed, I am stretching in my capacity. Why even bother? We're going to switch that to every choice I make matters. You don't understand? I'll explain it another way. I wish I could have more fun. How can I be even more efficient to create space for the things I love? And I got this all from Nurka. She is an amazing NLP coach. I've been to her Supreme Influence in Action training. Phenomenal. You can go on her Facebook page. She's got a lot of like Facebook lives that are so amazing and just helpful in how you can change the power with your tongue and all that fun stuff. And it's interesting because one of the things that she says is with the faith the size of a mustard seed, I will move mountains. And like, do you just feel the power in that? So when you say that, you decide what's going to move. And it's amazing. She tells this story and she says, you know, when you speak what you want into existence, you'll either be given a way to move the mountain or you'll be given the wings to fly. And I thought that was just so beautiful and just so empowering. Yeah. And then this is my most favorite Money Flows to Me with Ease blend that I put in my diffuser. And I also have it in a 15 milliliter bottle. I work with a lot of business owners. I meet a lot of people networking. They're all business owners. Every single person I know that uses this blend, it's phenomenal. They have all these amazing stories that they share. And they're like, oh my goodness, like I sprinkled the blend in my hand. I asked for 6 new clients and I got 6 new clients in like an hour. And like, I'm like, it's so cool. But they're also very intentional with what it is that they want and what they're asking for. And so this is one of my most favorite blends to use for attracting more business. And we can answer any questions that you may have.
Dena, you inspire the pants off me.
You're so funny. You're awesome.
And I am wearing pants.
Oh my goodness. What is it? Wednesday?
No, it's Wednesday. There's no bra. I didn't make any promises.
I know. Oh, that's funny. Oh, it's awesome. Oh, Bonnie's on here. Hi, Bonnie.
Hey y'all. I jumped in late. I'm sorry.
All good. We're glad you're
okay.
here. Are you
How-
sniffing clary sage and
Lime.
Spanish sage together? Oh, okay. So I'm like, those two smell really good together.
I probably have to go get it. This is what I call Ratatouille style. If you've ever seen that cartoon Ratatouille, where the rat takes the grape and it has the cheese and he goes, and then his brain goes fireworks. So I really appreciate everything that you put together. I'm going to print that out and I'm going to set a huge intention. Like I'm going to write it out and be like, this is the life that's moving forward and going to be able to open the bubble of possibility, you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
Charlie, we're going to burp, Charlie, burp.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna
Fly
go
through that
through-
glass ceiling.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of where they're all gassed up and they have to burp to get down from the bubbles, but really we want to go through the
Mm-hmm. You're
ceiling.
gonna bust through the glass ceiling. That's much better.
Yeah.
Just be flying over London.
Yes. I really
awesome.
like it. Did you talk about yeah, you did, making sure the question thing. I felt
Mhm.
like that made such a big difference to me that when I would make statements to myself when I'm driving in the car and I'm feeling bad about myself, and I go, oh, wait, no, that's not, I'm putting myself at a dead end. I'm not opening up the road, you know? So
Mhm.
when you ask the question, then you're like, oh, now my brain
Yeah.
can try to solve it.
Yeah.
There is a really cool book that I just got. Let me grab it and show you.
Okay.
It's called The Water Code.
Cool.
And I just got it. One of my friends recommended it to me, and it's all about, like the Japanese guy, the Morimoto, the doctor
Yeah.
that talked about like the positivity of speaking and how it
Of
changes
the
the water
words.
molecules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's talking about like the ancientness of your cells and the water and the wisdom that's like the Akashic record, the records, the memories that are in all of your water in your body. Like how
Yeah.
powerful it's helping me kind of being like, I am powerful.
Mm-hmm. You are.
I have
Yeah.
all of these cells that have all the memories.
Yeah. You are very powerful.
Thanks, Dena. I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can create whatever you want with this thing right here.
What?
I said you can create whatever you want with this thing right here.
Oh, I
No.
thought you were like gonna say I had something stuck in my teeth.
No.
I'm like, you made my mouth.
The power's in the tongue and in your thoughts of what you create and what you're thinking. Whatever you ask your brain, you have infinite possibilities. Just remember that.
Well, I
All
think
at your
sometimes
lips.
we lose sight of the fact that it is the spoken word. We need to speak it out loud. We can't just, and you may have covered this. I popped on late, but the power of intention and the power of prayer. Yes, it's great when we're thinking it to ourselves in our head, but just remember, God spoke the world into existence.
Yep.
So language, words have power.
They do. Absolutely.
Mindy, yes, I can send you the PDF. Amazing. Dena, thank you so much for taking
Thank
the time
you.
to be with us and
It's my
putting
pleasure.
together.
Always fun.
She's a Pinterest miracle. It's the things that we want to create. And I see her just like, oh, I'm just going to make it. Like, I want to be like her. I keep telling people, I'm like, I have this coolest friend named Dena. She's my friend crush right now. Like, I want to bring the people in my life that are powerful. Cause like the 5 people that you spend the most time with, those are the ones that you're going to be like,
Mhm.
it's amazing. I've got my cousin Cindy here. I want to be like her. She's like one of the most organized humans on the planet and amazing with money. I want to be amazing with money like my cousin
Awesome.
Cindy.
That is awesome.
Love you guys.
Y'all have a wonderful evening.
Thanks,
Thank
Kim
you.
and Dena.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Good night.
Mindy. Bye, everyone. Bye, Tracy.
Bye. Thank you.